My name is Valerie, and here's my story. So my story starts about 3 or 4 years ago. I worked at a daycare. I made these videos with my friends. They were just really silly videos. It's 4:36 in the morning, and we're as hyper as heck. I know. Oh my god! I was just out of high school. I was having fun. I was going places, and I was just being a teenager. I was 18, just got out. Well, before all of that, when I was little, I was born with these things called bunions. And when I got to the age of 18, they were throbbing all the time. It hurt. I went to go see a doctor about it, and it was a surgery where you can get rid of the bunions. Yes, I want to do the surgery. I'm definitely going to do the surgery. It's one of the most painful surgeries in the world. And me, of course, thinking that I was big and bad, thought, yeah, I'll do the surgery. I don't care. I'll do it. I wanted to do both of them at the same time. Because, I mean, if it's one of the most painful surgeries, I'm going to get one foot done. I really don't think I'm going to go back and get the second one done after being put through so much pain. I mean, I did them at the same time. Surgery, oh God. I was in a wheelchair for 6 weeks. You weren't allowed to walk on your feet for 6 weeks. It was the hardest 6 weeks ever. I feel like I couldn't do anything myself. My mom, of course, the wonderful woman she is, she really helped me out with it all. She sat next to me when I cried the whole night. Pain was so bad that I would pass out from it. I couldn't do anything on my own. I couldn't even go to the bathroom by myself. It was embarrassing almost. 6 weeks were done, and I went to the doctor, and he took off the left wrap of my left foot. Oh my God, my foot was beautiful. It was straight. It didn't hurt. The scars were like vanished. Took off the wrap of my second foot, my right foot, and it wasn't straight. It was still slanted. Well, guess we're going to have to do a round 2. I mean, I had no choice. I had to do it again. Here we go, another 6 weeks without being able to step. When I got the second surgery, all the medication that they put me under to put me to sleep, then when I woke up, I guess I thought the doctor was attacking me. I don't really know exactly what happened. And the needle to numb my foot hit a nerve. It screwed up my entire foot. And so therefore, this is how I ended up with nerve damage. But 6 weeks went by pretty fast. Constantly watched movies, watched like every single TV series there is. Got to watch the whole series of One Tree Hill, which is actually a really good series. And I mean, I was so happy that it was all done. I was ready to move on with my life, even though I was going to have this pain in my foot. I was just going to get over it. I mean, whatever. So I had to go to a restaurant with my family, and I went to the restaurant, we sat down. I started to realize it's really loud. This restaurant, and I told my mom, I was like, it's a lot. I don't know if I can handle this. So I decided that, you know, maybe I should go outside and maybe head out. I had my own car, so, you know, I left, and that was it. Then the next thing I know, I started feeling really sad because I couldn't do as many things. Going to places like somewhere that's loud or something, I guess I don't know, I guess it just made me sad. Every little thing just made me want to cry. And one day I went to my grandma's. They were having a birthday party at her house, and so I went over there and I sat down. We were having so much fun. Everyone was laughing and I was taking pictures. The next thing I know, I didn't feel good. I started feeling really hot. I just felt like I needed to get out of the room. I just stood up and I told my family, I gotta walk out. I gotta get out of here. So I walked out, and I just felt so incredibly sick. I figured that I just was sick and it was nothing. I don't know. Next experience I had, I went to the mall with my friend. It was a little loud. The next thing I know, I realized I'm getting hot. So, you know, I did the typical thing, and, you know, typical girl thing, and tie my hair up into ponytails. So, you know, I feel better. And my legs started getting really weak, and I just sat down on the bench, and my friend followed me out and she asked me, "Are you okay?" I was like, "I think so. I just feel a little funny." When I was little, weird off-subject story, I was kind of a germophobic, which my sister still makes fun of me for. She was a trainer for the football team in high school, and so I went with her, I don't know, hang out. I don't really remember why I was there. All these football players were drinking out of this water they all drank out of, and my sister was like, "You're looking a little bit hot. I think you really need to drink some water." Well, the only water on the field is that water that all the football players were drinking. Let me remind you, I wasn't about to drink the water, okay? Therefore, it ended up with me passing out on the field, smack. But because I knew what that feeling felt like, that when I was at the mall with my friend, I had that feeling and I knew I was gonna pass out. I didn't know what to do and I started freaking out. How embarrassing would that be? I ran out the door, I fell to the ground. Now I didn't pass out, but I just fell to the ground because my legs just went weak on me. I grabbed my knees really tight and I put my head down. I was seeing spots and I couldn't focus. My head felt so heavy. I just started to cry. I don't know, all these emotions hit me and that was my only reaction, was to cry. And my friend, she stood right in front of me and she was like, what's wrong? Tell me what's wrong. Or like, do you not feel good? And so I looked up past her and all these people were just staring at me. Like, just staring at me. It was embarrassing. Here I am on the concrete just sitting there in a ball. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't understand this feeling that I was getting. So I decided to make a doctor's appointment to figure out what was wrong with me. And she told me that I need to see a therapist. Are you telling me there's something wrong with me? She told me that it sounds like I have a thing called anxiety. The doctor explained to me that being in a room for so long in complete quiet just kind of affected me. I decided to research what anxiety was. And the first thing that came up is that it was a mental health disorder. And that definitely hurt and that caused me to be very sad. I mean, I couldn't do anything. I kept freaking out every time I went to lunch or to dinner or, I don't know, downtown with my friends. And my friends, they didn't want to be friends with me anymore. They said that I had changed and I wasn't the same person and I wasn't fun anymore because I couldn't do the things I used to do. I decided to sit at home, do nothing, do everything that was quiet. I guess what this video is for is because I don't think people out there understand what a person goes through when they have anxiety. It's not like normal people where they go to a restaurant, they sit, they laugh, they have fun, they eat, that's it. They don't even think about what's around them. Pay their tab and then just leave. That's a normal person. But with me, things are way different. When I go to a restaurant, think about how many people are going to be in that restaurant. Am I going to be okay? How spaced are the chairs going to be? Who's going to be sitting next to me? Because I need people that are next to me that I'm close to, that I trust. I have to remember to focus on my breathing. Because what I've noticed, I forget to breathe. Stupid as it sounds, I forget to breathe. When you forget to breathe, you pass out. And that's what's been happening to me. This past weekend, I went to a ramen noodle place with my cousins and it's so loud. Everyone's talking. They're having a conversation about her cat. They're having a conversation about, I guess he quit his job, and they're having a conversation about outer space, I don't know. And I can hear all of it at once. Just so overwhelming. The music in the restaurant, I'm hearing that too among all the people talking. Okay, breathe. Don't forget to blink. You don't want people thinking you're crazy. Your cousin's talking to you across the table. Or laugh, pretend like you're listening to what she's saying. Now laugh. Okay, breathe. Look around the table, act like you're listening, including yourself into the conversation. When it's starting to get hot, okay, casually put your hair up into a ponytail. Push your sleeves up, way up high, so you don't pass out. Okay, now breathe. Okay, what happens if I start to feel sick and I need to leave, like now? Who's gonna pay for my food? So I have to ask for a to-go box ahead of time, because if I don't get that to-go box, then I start to panic about I don't wanna just leave the food unpaid. I don't wanna make somebody else pay for my food. I need to pay for my food now. Like, I need to do it now. Gosh, oh gosh. People are starting to notice that I'm starting to freak out. Everyone's starting to look at me. Okay, breathe. Okay, breathe, breathe, breathe. Just can't take it. I can't take all that emotion and I just want to cry. And I have to leave. And I have to be by myself. Because when you have anxiety, that's how you feel. You feel like you're by yourself all the time. You feel sad. And every little thing makes you emotional and you just want to cry. I don't know how to tell my friends that I'm not pretending. If I could live without this pain in my foot that's causing my anxiety, that'd be great. Anxiety is just something that happens to people. And I thought that I was the only one that had anxiety because none of my friends understood. But then I met this girl because I told her all the problems that I had, and she was having the exact same things. I don't think I'm alone in this world. I don't think I'm the only girl that has anxiety. The reason I made this video is want everyone out there to know that they're not the only one that can't go to HEB to get a freaking loaf of bread without freaking out. When you have anxiety, you don't want to surround yourself with people that don't understand you and that just don't even care for you because you can't hang out with them or you can't go to certain things with them. You want to surround yourself with people that love you and understand and are there for you when you need them. Is probably the most important thing when you have anxiety. As sad as I look right now, as crappy as it feels, there are things that I'm able to do. And I'm not going to sit here and act like I can't do anything in the whole world. I've gone hiking up Mount Bonnell even though my foot hurts like crazy. I've gone to aquariums where there's a bunch of people, and I've held a parrot, which I'm terrified of birds flap their wings. It freaks me out. I've gone to California. I got to see one of my best friends graduate from the Marines. And I got myself a little puppy. And my first ownership of a puppy. Paid for all of her stuff. Her name is Delilah. She's the cutest thing. And I went to a safari with my cousins and I got to touch a giraffe, and there was these deers and rhinos that came up to the car that I got to touch. And I went ziplining. I went ziplining with my sister who's terrified of heights. And it was amazing because I got to fly through the sky and there was no worries in the world. I was flying. I got to go to SeaWorld. I got to touch the most, the biggest obsession that I have is penguins. And I got to touch the penguins. I got to pet them, and I mean, it was quiet. And it was amazing, and there's so many things in the world that I was able to do, and anxiety is not going to hold me back. And I don't think that it should hold back anybody else in the world. I can still be fun, and I can still be adventurous, even though I have anxiety. And if my friends don't want to be friends with me because I can't handle certain things, then forget them. You're not the only one in this world that has anxiety. And going to a therapist is not something that you should be embarrassed of. And I'm not saying that because you're crazy. And as much as I try to deal with this on my own, it's really hard. That is my story. And I hope it makes someone feel better about themselves and love themselves and accept themselves. Go enjoy the world.